Hey, this is Black Think Tank and we're back with another video. This video is about the donation money received by Black Lives Matter and how they spent it. Now, as you can see there, in 2020, Black Lives Matter received a windfall of about 90 million in donations following the killing of George Floyd. That means you were so outraged that you took your credit card or your debit card and donated to the Black Lives Matter organization. Now, shortly after, Patrisse Cullors, the woman whose name is on the accounts for Black Lives Matter that were released for that year, has now resigned from the organization because of all the controversy as to how the money has been spent. For example, Black Lives Matter dropped $8 million on property. $8 million. This doesn't include the money spent on the property in Canada. Other controversies include Cullors' brother, Paul, and her baby daddy, her baby father, Damon Turner, took home huge consultant fees totaling around $2 million. To put that into context, the baby father received 5 times more money than the Trayvon Martin Foundation. Now, to put that into perspective, Black Lives Matter organization was formed after the tragic killing, the heinous killing of Trayvon Martin. They were so disgusted at the manner in which Trayvon Martin was killed, they started an organization. The organization was Black Lives Matter. Right. Okay. But here we have the baby father of one of the founders, who she's not even with anymore, receiving 5 times more money than the Trayvon Martin Foundation, which was a charity set up after the killing of Trayvon Martin. The Trayvon Martin Foundation received $200,000. Now, there are more controversies, and these controversies have been brought to the forefront by Candace Owens. Focus on the information, not the individual. Focus on the information, not the individual. Hussa. Read there, it says, filings also revealed the foundation doled out big bucks to transgender groups. So we were disgusted at how George Floyd was killed, a black man killed by police officers. We then donated to Black Lives Matter Foundation to do something about it. The Black Lives Matter Foundation decided to take the money that was given to them because black people were being killed by racists, take that money and gave it to transgender and sex workers groups. Now, all this is documented in the Candace Owens documentary, which is called The Greatest Lie Ever Sold, which is now on Daily Wire Plus. You could go online and watch it. I'm about to play a clip from that documentary, which breaks down exactly how much was given to transgender groups and sex worker groups. I'll be back in about a minute to sum up.
Ready for some BLM pride? Well, according to their IRS form, $200,000 went to the Transgender Justice Funding Project. Another $200,000 went to the Transgender United Fund. Another $200,000 went to the Transgendered Law Center. Another $200,000 went to Black Transgendered Media. Another $200,000 went to the Transgendered Variant and Intersex Justice Project. Another $200K went to the Transgendered District. By the way, if you're wondering what that is purportedly going to be the all transgender district. And I guess that's really, really important for Black America advancement in society, I guess, or whatever. Another $200K went to the St. James Infirmary. That organization, by the way, is for, according to their website, it's run by sex workers and is for them. Specifically, escorts, BDSM workers, strippers, peep show workers, phone sex operators, and webcam performers. It was actually the St. James Infirmary that created the Transgendered District. So that's just an organization within another organization, which, by the way, you see a lot of when you go through these documents. So yeah, going to be apparently great big things involving sex workers in the future for Black America. In continuation, the Center for Halstead received $200,000 from Black Lives Matter. They are Chicago's community center dedicated to securing the health and well-being of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered, and queer people of Chicago. Similarly, we have the Audre Lorde Project, which received $200,000, and according to their website, they are a lesbian, gay, bisexual, two-spirit, trans, and gender nonconforming people of color community organizing center. Another $400,000 went to Transgender Advocates Knowledgeable, Empowering, or TAKE, as it's known for short. The founder of that organization is a transgendered individual by the name of Darrenisha Duncan Boyd. Darrenisha is also the executive director of the Transgendered United Fund, which I mentioned earlier, which secured $200,000. So a total $600,000 of BLM money went to a transgendered woman named Darrenisha Boyd, who is operating two charities.
Well, we can't say we weren't warned. Look at this article here. Mothers criticize Black Lives Matter activists for profiting off of their dead sons. Mother of Tamir Rice tells activists to stop profiting off of her son's death. Tamir Rice was killed by police, 12-year-old shot by police when he was playing with his toy gun. Here is Breonna Taylor's mother, blast Black Lives Matter movement because, again, they're profiting off of her daughter's death, but don't seem to be supporting the families of these slain people in an appropriate manner. Now, we had warning signs as well. Here, Black Lives Matter grassroots chapter sue the Global Foundation over funds. They don't know where the money's going. And even Michael Brown's father, hands up, don't shoot. And this is in Revolt Media. Says he wants 20 million from Black Lives Matter because they've raised 90 million. And where that 90 million is gone is a bit sketchy. We definitely know some has gone to transgender and sex workers. We know that now, courtesy of Candace Owen and her documentary, The Greatest Lie Ever Sold. Now we could go back even further. We had warning signs back in 2016. Here is a BBC News article about the Dallas shooter. Now this is what alerted me and Black Think Tank to Black Lives Matter and what was going on, because in his suicide note he raised concerns about Black Lives Matter, and I quote, Police Chief David Brown said he, as in the Dallas shooter, said he was upset about Black Lives Matter protest movement. That made us go, what's going on? And we did some checks and we found out what was on their website, but that's for another video. So here's Micah Johnson, and by the way, we don't condone what Micah Johnson, the Dallas sniper, did, killing 5 police officers. We don't condone it in the slightest. We think there's much better ways to get the message across. But he knew in 2016 that Black Lives Matter was sketchy. So, now you know all this, transgenders, all the warning signs, families of people who have been slain having issues with Black Lives Matter. Do you still support Black Lives Matter? Do you still have an issue with black people who don't support Black Lives Matter? Because black people who don't support Black Lives Matter may not support them for different reasons to right-wing and or racist people. Do you think Black Lives Matter are race hustlers? I want to hear from you. This is Black Think Tank. Tell us what you think. Hey, and go watch that Candace Owen documentary. Whoosah before you watch, just in case you don't like the individual and the messenger, but get the information.